Hey everyone, so Thanksgiving is right around the corner. And you know what that means? The pressure is on to make the perfect meal. But today, we're going to skip right to the best part. Dessert. We're going to look at some amazing, super festive, and honestly, surprisingly easy options that go way beyond the same old pie. So let's just dive right in.
Let's be real for a second. That Thanksgiving pie, it can be a major source of stress, right? I mean, getting the crust just right, not too soggy, perfectly flaky, and then the filling, it's a lot of pressure, especially when you're already juggling like a million other things in the kitchen.
But what if we just sort of reframed that whole thing? Instead of feeling like you're breaking tradition, think of it as starting a new one. This is your chance to make something that's just as festive, maybe even more memorable, and definitely a whole lot easier to serve when you've got a crowd of people.
Okay, so where do we even begin? Well, we have to start with the classic Thanksgiving flavor, and that is, of course, pumpkin. But we're going to check it out in two totally non-pie forms. You're going to get all of that warm, cozy flavor that you love, just in an exciting new package.
First up, we've got this absolute showstopper, a No Bake Pumpkin Cheesecake. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Cheesecake and easy don't usually go hand in hand, but trust me, this recipe is a total game changer.
I mean, just think about the experience here. You've got this incredibly smooth, creamy, and tangy pumpkin filling, and it's perfectly balanced with that crunchy graham cracker crust. Then it's topped with this light, whipped cream cheese. It looks so impressive, but and this is the best part, it is deceptively simple to actually make.
The whole appeal here is that wow factor, you know? This dessert looks like you slaved away for hours making this incredible centerpiece, but really, it's an unbelievably simple recipe that comes together with zero baking stress. None.
Okay, so if the cheesecake is your elegant, show-stopping centerpiece, then think of these Pumpkin Blondies as its fun, super casual, and ridiculously delicious cousin.
The texture here is just, it's so gooey and chewy, a fantastic contrast to that creamy cheesecake. It's packed with that warm pumpkin spice flavor, you get these little hints of caramel and butterscotch, and then it's loaded up with chocolate chips. This is pure, unadulterated comfort food. Honestly, these blondies are the perfect fix if you just want a low-fuss, crowd-pleasing treat. You make them ahead of time, you cut them into squares, and your guests can just grab one whenever they want. It's the ultimate easy snack for any pumpkin lover at the party.
So just to quickly recap our two pumpkin options, are you going for something kind of elegant and creamy that you can serve at the table? Well, the no-bake cheesecake is your answer. Or do you need something gooey, chewy, and super easy for guests to just grab and snack on all day? Then it is Pumpkin Blondies all the way. All right, but what if you're ready to leave pumpkin behind altogether? For those of you who are looking for something really bold, really decadent, a true departure from tradition, well, we have to talk about chocolate. Our first chocolate option takes a beloved classic cake and turns it into the perfect party-ready treat, German Chocolate Cupcakes. These things have so many layers of just pure goodness. You start with this perfectly moist chocolate sponge cake, then you top it with a decadent chocolate buttercream, and you finish it with the absolute star of the show, that rich, unmistakable pecan-coconut frosting. It is everything you love about the cake, just in a super convenient, handheld form. And the real genius here is in the serving. There's no slicing, no messy plates, zero fuss. Cupcakes are just incredibly easy to serve to a crowd, which is a massive win on a day as busy as Thanksgiving.
Okay, our final dessert is a real stunner. If you want something that feels incredibly elegant, super sophisticated, but is secretly, and this is the best part, secretly simple, you don't have to look any further than this chocolate hazelnut tart.
As fancy as this tart looks, at its heart, it's just a really easy and quick dessert. It's got a simple, no-bake crust made from hazelnuts and this silky, straightforward filling that uses just a few ingredients you probably already have in your pantry.
The process really could not be simpler. You mix the crust, you whisk the filling, you put them together. That is literally it. 3 simple steps to a dessert that looks like it came straight from a high-end bakery. This is like maximum reward for minimal effort. So there you have it, 4 amazing, totally pie-free options for your Thanksgiving table. It's all about finding a new tradition that just feels right for you and for your guests. Think of this summary table as your ultimate guide. If you want that impressive centerpiece but with that classic pumpkin flavor, go for the cheesecake. For an easy, gooey pumpkin snack, it's the Blondies.
If you need a handheld chocolate classic that's super easy to serve, the cupcakes are perfect. And for a quick, elegant, no-bake option, that chocolate hazelnut tart is your winner.
At the end of the day, the big point is this. Stepping away from the traditional pie doesn't mean you're sacrificing flavor or that festive feeling. It just means you're opening the door to new traditions that can be just as delicious, way less stressful, and incredibly memorable for everybody at your table.
Which really just leaves us with one final question to think about as you're planning your holiday menu. What delicious new tradition are you going to start this year? Thanks for tuning in.